In this very lesson, we shall be looking at finding the coefficient of a term in a given binomial expansion. In our previous lesson, we learned how to find a term in a given binomial expression. In this very lesson, we shall be looking at the coefficient. So we know that when you have a binomial expression of this nature raised to the power 2, the expanded form is. Now, assuming that we are interested in finding the coefficient of the second term, so from here, our second term is this very term. Now, the coefficient refers to those numbers in front of variables. So, the number in front of these letters is what? 2. So, therefore, 2 becomes the coefficient of what? AB. And that is what we are going to find in this very lesson. So, let's take examples and then see how best we can apply it. Remember, we are still going to make use of the general term formula, which is given us n combination r a n minus r b r. This is the formula that is going to help us to find the coefficient of a given term in a binomial expansion. So let's take our first example. So we have our first example. We want to find the coefficient of the term in x power 3 of the expansion 1 plus 3x raised to the power 12. So I said that we are still going to make use of what? The general term formula, which is giving us n combination r, n minus r, dr. So we need to find our a. Our a is 1. Our b is what? 3x. Our n is what? 12. Nowadays, our r is equal to the power of the term that we are looking for. So the power is what? 3. Now that we have this, we are just going to substitute it into this formula. So we are going to have n is what? 12. So we have 12 combination 3. Our a is what? 1. So we have 1 raised to the power 12 minus what? 3. Our b is what? 3x. So we have 3x raised to the power r. R is 3. 12 combination 3 will give you 220. You can still use the calculator or go by the manual approach. This is going to give us 1 raised to the power 9. And this is going to give us 27x raised to the power 3. Now when you multiply these numbers together, you are going to get 5940 x raised to the power 3. Now we are interested in the coefficient. So the coefficient is what? 5. So therefore the coefficient is what? 5940. And that is that. Very, very easy. So this is the term. This is what? The coefficient. That's the number in front of the variable. Let's take our next example. So we have our second example. We are to find the coefficient of the term in x power 2 in the binomial expansion 2 plus x raised to the power 10. We have to find the coefficient. So first of all, we have to find our a. Our a is equal to 2. We find our b, which is equal to what? X. Our n is equal to 10. And then our r is equal to 2. Now we know that the general term is giving us this. So we are just going to substitute these variables or these items into the formula. Our n is what? 10. So we have 10 combination r. Our r is 2. Our a is what? 2. And then we have n minus r. So we have 10 minus 2. Our b is x. And then our r is 2. 10 combination 2, you can use the calculator, and that's going to give us what? 45. And then we have 2 raised to the power 8. And then we have x squared. Now 2 raised to the power, let me write this, 2 raised to the power 8 will give us 256. And then we have x raised to the power 2. Now the rest is calculator with, when you punch it, you are going to get 11520 x raised to the power 2. So from here, the number in front of the x squared becomes our coefficient. So we have our last term. We have to find the coefficient of the term in x cubed of the binomial expansion. So first of all, we have to find our a. Our a is 4. Our b is what? 3 over 4x. Our n is 6. And then our r is equal to what? 3. The rest is substitution. So we have the general term formula. Our n is 6 combination r. Our r is 3. A is what? 4. And then we have n minus r. So we have 6 minus 3. Our b is 3 over 4x. And then our r is 3. Very, very easy. So let's do the algebra. 6 combination 3 will give you 20. You can use the calculator or manually. And then we have 4 raised to the power, he is going to give us what? 3. And then we have 27x power 3. This will give us what? 64. So we have 20. 4 raised to the power 3 will give you 64. And then we have 27 over 64. X raised to the power 3. Now the rest is calculator work. When you multiply all of these, you are going to get 540 x raised to the power 3. Therefore, the coefficient of x cubed is what? 540. Very, very, very easy. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.